Alright, welcome guys, welcome to DONVAL FS. So in this video I want to show you how to analyze markets. Very simplest way of analyzing this market. Okay, some of you, that's why sometimes I encourage you to maybe follow mentorship or follow who knows sometimes. But before I continue, I would like you to click the subscription button before proceeding to this video on my YouTube channel, so that you get to know when I upload a new tool or a new video. All right, so how do you analyze this market? So if you watch, sometimes how do I analyze, because you may have your own pattern, but the way I do it and it works, and when you use it I know it will work. If you watch here, I'm in a day one. Sometimes I use W1. This is at the time frames, so sometimes I use W1 or day one, but mostly I use day one, H4 and H1 mostly. So now I'm on day one. What do? You look for the area of rejections. You see, we have rejection here, we have rejection here, you have rejection. I mean is that you see this price move up, this particular candle move up to this extent, then come here and retrace. This one also move, getting to close to that very level and retrace. This one also move, come to the same level and retrace. This one also move, come to the same level. That means there's a resistance level here. There is a force of resistance that is blocking this price to go beyond, above this level. So what do? Okay, let us look for another area where such thing happen. I'll tell you what to do next. If you check here now, this market move, get to this place and drop, right? And even when this one was selling, the market, this particular candle came to this same level, this one, this green one, and move up. Then this one, this particular candle here, move down and spike and end at the same level with this. Then it came here to this green candle. If you check, if you use horizontal line here, you see this point and this point are the same level, right? So that is a force of resistance here. You see, that is where the same line is where this one also take off. Do you see? So there's a resistance level, a resistance to support. I'll tell you how what happens, that what actually happens within this series, right? So all these areas I'm marking where we have area of rejections, we use horizontal line to trace it out. But before we trace, I want us to uh pick out where such thing happen. If you see here, you see there's area of rejections here. This candle came here, come down, move here, come down, move here, come down, the same point. So there's a force here. If you look at the bottom, you see there's area of there are too many rejections here. So all these places you see here, there's area of rejection. Anywhere you see 1 or 2 points where market rejected, or yes, just rejected, whether support zone, or if you watch here now, we have 2 points where market rejected. If you look at the resistance level, we have 2 points where market rejected. So you just use horizontal line to spot out those areas on your day one. So when you come to H4, you also do the same thing. We took out this candle this morning, we fired it in, and then before you start doing all those things, it's very important to know about candlesticks. You know what is shooting star, hammer, rejection candles, momentum candles, continuation candles, and all that. And that is those things we teach you in mentorship. We show you all those things and how they react in the market. Right? So some of you that is my VIP, you see some of them are doing well, some are tapping from the signals. So if you want to be doing well, it's good you engage in our mentorship. We teach you some things, some secrets. So if you watch here now, market move up and come down. So then after a while, it come up almost the same level and also come down. That means and also look at here, this place. Let me scroll it more. You see this one also ended almost the same place with this. So there is an area of force here, invisible. You cannot, it takes a very deep eye to see what's the psychology behind what is happening there. So at this level, there's a level of resistance. You understand? The same thing happened to this support zone. You see how markets, each one come down, it will move up, come down, move up, come down here, move up, come down, move up. So there's an area of support. So what we do now is to spot out all the area of support and resistance from H1. You see this market is coming down. It's going to sell up to this moment, before up to this Ichimoku level, before it starts popping up. So very soon now, this one will take crown. It will take crown now and continues. So once this particular selling candle move beyond this limit where it rejected, we enter again and hold for hours. This is H4. We are going to trade this thing for complete 8 hours. 8 hours, because it's very, very sure that 2 more candles are going to come out. So this one that is just starting now will spend 4 hours before it completes, just like this one. This one sold for 4 hours. This one will also sell for 4 hours. Then another candle will sell for 4 hours. Then before we talk of the rejection. So that is what will happen here. If you are here, you can take this trade and hold. So this is, let me go to day one. How then do you spot? How do you get your horizontal line? I don't want this video to be too many. All right. So you get your horizontal line by tapping this screen. When you tap on it, you come to this one. This is 2. You tap on this 2. This is horizontal line. This one is trend line. This is vertical. This is rectangle. This is triangle. This is what? Cycle. So we are looking at this horizontal line to spot the area of support and resistance. So you take it. I just click on it, come here and drop it. So look at this line up now. You just place it where it will get at least from 2 or more levels. So if I drop it on this one, it cuts this one, cut this one, cut this one, though not at the utmost peak, not at the peak of all, but at least let me check again. Like here now, here is very, very okay. Do you know why I place it here? Do you know why I place it here? No. The reason is that here, this line acts as a resistance to this candle, acts as a resistance to this candle, acts as a resistance to this candle, then acts as a support to this particular red candle. So here is the most vulnerable point to put it. Sometimes if you get any point where you have a zone that acts as a support and resistance to price, is more valid than where it is only resistance or support. Do you understand? So this one connected the bottom of this, and I mean the closing of this, and connected the opening of this bullish. What do I mean? Yes. So now we lock it. We pick another side horizontal line. You come to another. We check where again here. This one is just 1. You see, this one is just 1. But I know when I draw back, I will see. But I don't want to draw back much. So if I'm considering what I'm seeing here, and the best way to do it, if you want to do it, is good. You slide your phone like this so that you can see. Let me slide it. So that you can see the last zone of the price. You see, you can see the back I mean. So if you watch out where I place this one, it's not too connected to any, it's only 1. So we are looking for where we can connect 2 or more. So if you look here now, let me take this one down. So if you look here now, you see it's a bit valid. Do you know why it's valid? It's valid because this thing, if I slide it, I cannot move my this thing. So it's valid because if you see here, this line connected this thing as a support, this page, then come here as a resistance somehow, as a resistance. Do you understand? So I will put my line here. It doesn't matter anything. So I can pick another one for these 2. Let me see these 2. You see these 2 now? You see this bullish candle and this bearish candle, and there's also a support to this one. I'll pick it, then I'll come to these 2 supports level and drop another line. Each one you drop, you lock it. Let me drop another line here, so you can drop another one here. Do you see? So this one connected these 2 supports and resist this one. It resists this one, so you lock it by tapping on it. So let's assume I leave this one. It doesn't end. We have here, let's check this red one and this green one, how they will look like. So you also drop it. Do you understand? So you see these ones, they are not the same, but I can still leave the 9, maybe in case. Do you understand? So I can still leave the 9 here. So apart from that, if you want it to be easy, let me just take you throughout this one before I talk of another one, right? So you can now move to H4 and do the same thing. Let me take this trade, abeg. I think it's ripe now. If you are there with me, you can take the trade. I have my V75 still running in big profit, right? It's in big profit and it's going somewhere. I have a target for it. The target for it is 500. It's supposed to give me $500. That's my target to this, and it will give me that money before I close it. Do you understand? So that is the expectation where I put the entire TP is at 500 level, right? So All right, you know, we just put this line in day one for now with this color. So when you go to H4, you change this color of 9. But I want to show you something. Let us swap to smaller time frame so that you see how price reacts to these lines we have just put in. Let's assume 5 or 15 minutes. Let me say, okay, 15 minutes will be more better off because of H4. You see how this price broke here and spike and retest. So that market we are talking about, this market now, after crossing this level, this is a level, you just retest it. So it will keep moving down. This market will keep moving down after breaking here. It will keep moving down. This is another point. After putting H4, you see that a line will locate here, will also locate here, because it's supposed to do, is either it will break here or it will retest more. But you see how the market break this our line and retest. You see how, if you come here now, you see how this one do break out, retest this one and continue with the force. Do you understand? So this our lines is where market react. You see here how market reacted here multiple times and continue its journey. So this is for just day one line. So we are going to do the same, repeat the same process on H4. On H4. On H4. This is day one. We change the time frame to H4. You know, we are done with day one. So you also spot the area of support and resistance on what? H4. So where are those areas? I want you to identify it yourself. You see here now we have a resistance force here. We have here, right? So let us start placing our 9 and we check some other places we have. You know, just like I told you, it's good you slide your phone like this. If your own is too big, you slide it so that you can see the entire market level. But sometimes if you slide it, the thing will cover your stuff. So let me get my lines before sliding. So we just tap on H4, get the horizontal line, drop it anywhere, change the color so that you know which one is line H4. So the higher the time frame, like this one we draw in a 1 day time frame, is more stronger than this one we are about to draw in H4. Do you understand? This blue one, any signal that comes there is more stronger than this one that is coming from H4. So what do? We also look at the levels where we are going to put this our line. So let's check. Okay, let us take here first. Let us take here. Where do I take? These two. You see these two, both of them rejected the same point. I take it and lock the 9. I get another 9, right? You come here, look at here. Let us check this middle, right? So if we place this one here now, you see it connected this 2, this 1, 2. So even this one, but this little space here, we may time it on the H1. So let us look for, you make sure you don't leave any level. You make sure you don't leave any level within the zone you want to spot. Do you understand? If you watch here now, we have this line that crosses this one and this one. But we have this red line now has a little rejection away from the line. If you go in a smaller time frame, this little space is a complete trend. So you have to also spot it, because it doesn't. I will spot it if it is me. I'll spot it again. Then I think this is the valid area for now, because I just want to analyze this current phase we are seeing, not the back. I want to analyze this current phase. Then you go to H1 and repeat the process. And the first procedure is to change your line. You change the color of your line. You see, just a straight process market here doesn't have much move or much multiple place where it's rejected. If not few points, let me check. So let's just take H1 and D1 and H something. So what is the last thing? So whenever you draw this thing, you go and put fractals. You see fractals. Fractals is this thing. So how do you put fractals? When you tap on this F, you see this F here. When you tap on this F, you come to your indicator. When you come to your indicator, you scroll up under main chart. You click this fractals. You see fractals. You make it 3 pixel or 4 pixel. My own is 2. You can make it 4. You can make it anything. You change the color, any color of your choice that will be visible. You click on done. So that is the fractals. This thing that crowns these candles. Let me show you. This thing that crowns white. You see this white crown? That is the fractals. So upon doing this, you can come down to M15 on M5 and any of this M. You see, just like I said earlier before now, you see how price rehearse on these lines. You see, this market came with momentum all the way from far, from this line here. Pull, come here, retrace back to this particular line and gain momentum and do boom. How do you know that there is a force? You know when this particular spike happened, if you let me go to down to 5 minutes so that I will teach you well. You see, this market is going to go far down, far down. Do you understand? Do you know why? My Ichimoku, though I told you I have been riding it, I just take more entry. I exited when the market break here because of this spike that happened. We caught this spike on my VIP. If you want, I'll show you. Let me go to VIP. I'll show you. Let me show you. So I also encourage you to be here. So we dump into it. You see, look at where they are congratulating it. You see, those all the market in profit, right? Is in profit. So this see, I gave it as a signal. This one is in profit. The other one is in profit. In fact, all of them. So we caught the spike. After catching the spike, we enter again for sell because it's continuing. This retracement is why we get out and we cut it as a spike, then we continue again. So after this video now, I'm going to give an entry signal again, but I want the market to go beyond the particular zone. What is that zone? Because of this small equity persons here, because it's expected to do small magic here, then after which it will continue. You understand? You see, this one has crown. You see how this crown came on this zone. That means it is going to break here. It has just gained. This crown means the sellers has gained more momentum because of the beginning of this next nine. The expectation is that the market is going to continue down. Do you understand? Even though this zone, but it's not right to maybe enter the market right away. You just allow it to cross this point where we have a magnitude support zone. Do you understand? It's an untested support zone if you are using support and resistance. So you allow it to cross, then it will continue. But even though if you are in the market and it will spike you from that point, you are still going to be in profit after a while, because the market is going to continue down because of this rejection. You see this particular shooting here, this particular shooting star here. So that is what is giving us a direction of the market over time. So we are going to hold and make money. So we'll still give you profit and whatever thing. You see my money is increasing to 57. I'm telling you, it was 33 that time I show you. It will give me what I need there is $500 before I cut off the market. You see the two we have executed is still moving. So if you learn these things, there are too many things to learn, but it's when you gain ground for our community, then we give you some of those secrets. So let's continue with our analysis. So whenever market comes, or just like as it has punched this, you know, this market came all the way from the up, then break our 9 below, then spike. What we call it is break and retest. Is what break. This is the break, this is the retest. Because why is it retest? Because this one market break this zone, come here and retest and turn this support to resistance. This one now is a resistance to this particular candle. It will resist this price going beyond above. That means the force of this market is downward over time. Just for now, is downward and is going to continue. Had it been that this spiked out of the zone, spike as in cross it above, then come back to the 9, spike again, that means it will continue up. That is the psychology. Do you understand? But what I just want you to learn in this thing, how to place your line, not how to enter the market. Let's be doing it one after the other. How to place your 9. And I say, okay, let us check another index and do the placing. Let's say crash, but I want to add more position to this. Okay, I've even done this crash something. I've placed my 9. I want the one I have not placed so that you learn how to do. You see I placed 9 to some of this my something here. You see, I've placed for this one and I've traded the line. So I will replace it again. I will replace again. So you see, it's going very close to my TP. My TP $500. So now we move again. So let's check another index. Just like I said, I just want you to know how to spot the line first before we talk of how to now enter the line. So okay, I don't do any spotting here, or do I? Let me check. All right, so this one is crash what? 1000. Crash 1000 index. So you see it's crash 1000 under H4. Let me go to D1. Right? So when you come to D1, you do the same. What should be your target? The area of rejections, the area of support and resistance at this point. Just like here, you see we have repeated rejection here. We have repeated rejection here. We have where are they? We have repeated rejection here. This two red line. We have repeated rejection here, I think. So you just get your line, your horizontal line, put the 9. You must use a special color for them. We are talking about H4, you can use any color, but let the color be the same. I do done. I'll bring the 9. I'll bring it to this one. So I just connected these two. I just connected this one and this one. That's what I just did, right? So all right, we see our TP has gotten, that's $50 each. That is the expectation. You see we have 522 there. Our boom is still paying us, you see. So that is the power of these lines, and I will proceed in closing now, right? I'll proceed in closing now after showing you this movement here. So if you watch here now, this is let's say D1 of this. We have just placed 19 for these two levels. Do you understand? So another place that is valuable to put is this point, these two now. You see two of them, yeah, you place it well, right? You see these two candles, they have a multiple drop, right? So you can come, let's say here, let's place here. I see it corresponding. I see 2 or more points where there's a repeated drop, just like here. Do you see here? This place now drop here and continue here. You see? So it's a valid point. It's a support and resistance point at the same time. So we look for more. I will lock it. You go and connect again. Just know how to place it first before we talk of how to enter it. You see here again. So this place is a support and the resistance. You lock it, right? If you don't want to miss any of them, there's another way you can do it by conjuring. But we don't need all those things. So you can come here and let's spot again and see. You see here, right? You see here is a support to this candle and the resistance to these red candles, right? It's valid. So you get again, this is still day one. Let's check if there's another point. These places are very far from each other. Let's check here. This red one. You see here? So look at this one match with this red support and this green support. So you can take it off. If you like, you put for these ones. If you like, if you don't like, you leave it. But because that is where the price is within, you can just tap it and leave it. Then you now go back to H4. You remember when you come to H4, you know, we currently bought this thing. This market is currently buying to be dropped here. Look at where the TP should be, this line. But before this line, that is 63.70, right? But you should make it somewhere here. That's 63, 66 or 65 or anything. You shouldn't put the TP at the peak. You put it before the peak. All right, at least 63, 65 is okay, so that you must have get out of the market before the drop continues, right? Remember, this market is going to continue down because of this crown here. It is still going down. All this thing is moving. Is not, is a pretending this, if it will move a bit and come down, right? So that is the situation of the market now. But currently is what? Buying. So as we have gotten to H4 now, you know, we have done for day one. That is this line. You see how market reacts here, right? You see That is it. So we also spot this one. Where do we spot? You see this one, this line we put at the day one crosses this move here, crosses this move here. You see the market will break, retest and continue, break, retest and continue. Continuation of this retest is what is happening here, right? And it will tend to drop 3 candles. This one, and another one will form before it will continue dropping again, right? Or 2 candles most. So at this H4 point, let us see where we can take our line. Just tell me where. You see here, let us check if these two can match, then after which we check if these two can match, right? We pick our line. What is the principle? You pick your line, we change the color to another color. I usually use this color, then I will drop it. Let's check where they will match. Let me carry it. So if we check these two now, these two are one. What are the two? The two is this one and this one. You see, I say the connection of 2 or more points, that is resistance. So let us check this 2 line again. We pick our line again, we drop it and drag it. They are not the same. You see, they are not the same, but these two, this one and this one, are the same. You see, we drop it here, we lock it. Then let us find more. We pick another line, you drop it in an empty space, you carry it, you look for them. Let me check something here. Okay, they are not. You see here, so these two now, what do I place? This one and this one, they are the same, so I drop it there, right? So at least that is the most visible point we're supposed to drop for now under H4. Then you go to H1. You do the same thing. Look at H1, right? You change the color again, you pick your line, then change the color again to anything, maybe yellow or anything. You see it's different now. You also do the same, starting from the maybe say bottom. You see here we have multiple rejections, like here. You drop this first one here, you see we have multiple rejection up to 3 here, so you drop it. Then you come where again? Where do we supposed to drop again? We move, search for it. You see all these ones are zigzag. I can drop one here for the sake of dropping here. Do you understand? Though it's not too valid, but because they have some element of rejection, you drop it there, right? So where again? For now, I think we have gotten where we're supposed to get, as in within here. We have, if we trace up, we have here. Okay, let me even drop there. We have here, right? We have this place. This place, let me drop it here. For these 3 candles, right? We have that, just is for these 3 candles. So after doing this, now we come down to lower time frame. So just learn how to do this first, so that we now talk of how to take trade with it. So spot it and get back to me. Remember, we have our mentorship group where we'll tell you more of analysis. We have about 4 different analytical approach that is very simple. This one is just one of them. So if you want to gain more of them, you chat me through 08058984443. Then we hang you into my donor community for mentorship. We have VIPs where we send signals direct from ourselves. You see here, this market broke and create what? Double bottom here and move. Do you understand? So it creates what? Double bottom here on top our line and what? Move. Now it has broken this one. What will happen? So when it comes to this level, it will spike and land on top of this one and continue its journey. So that is what will happen, right? But I will not wait till then to show you. I will close this in, and because we are still trading, I just want to, my spirit led me to show you this. If not, it's not something we just disclose like that. So we are going to close this one that is already on my target. We are going to close it, but I'll take you off the market while closing, so that it will reduce it will not consume much of my distance. It has retraced that point where I ask you that it will retrace. You see the retracement now. Why is this thing retraced? Let's go and check why. Because it has jammed this level. It broke this thing. And what? Retest. Why it is because of this one. Eh? Let me use this horizontal line. You see here, okay, that same force that breaks it, that same force, that rejected this candle is the force that pushed this one. And why is rejected? Because of it break this my MA. It broke this my MA. It has to retest it and continue. You see, the spike that happened couldn't cross it above. It's still below it. It's break and retest. That just like what's happened here. So it's expected to continue from there. So that's the something where it will take. So you see it, we have been close. Right. You see it, we have been close, right? So we are done closing. So at this point, all markets close, right? All markets close. So that is how, learn how to drop the lines. I will take you further on how to enter. I'll take you further on how to enter the market, right? So don't be too stingy in this system. Don't be too stingy to know, right? So don't always think to get everything free at all time. That is what I don't advise you to do, because if you do, you will not grow in this system. Some of you will be chatting me, how this, teach me now, teach me now. So you get this thing through mentorship. You see this one that retest, it has been continuing all those one. This one also break and retest. It will continue to this our point. This is a major zone, but it's supposed to retrace when it come here. If it come here, it's supposed to do another what? Retracement, then break this one and come here. This is our major TP point, right? So you see how price will be reacting. You see how it reacted to this line. You see how it reacted to this line. How it reacted to this line. You see how it reacted to this line here. You see how it reacted to this line. That's how it has been reacting. If you go down to 1 minute, the same thing will also happen, right? The same thing will also what happen. That is the situation. So learn this thing, and you save yourself from losses. So if you check here now, you see this one take a reaction here, pull, move all this one from here, retest to the line, move. You see, that's how the market will be respecting this line at your time. You see how this one do multiple rejection here, then another broke out, come down for retest and move. So we will teach you further on how to take your entries here and how to know the area of your TP, but that should be on my donor community or on my VIP, as case may be. So congratulations and stay blessed. Remember to click the subscription button, and you get to know when I upload a new tool or whatever things that will help you to grow in this system. Thank you. This is DONVAL FX. Remember, you can deposit or withdraw through DONVAL FX for fast and transparent transactions. Thank you very much, and bye. All right, if you watch here, you see the spike I've told you about, that the market will come here and rebounce back to our distance and continue. You see, it's not magic, is the way the market moves. You understand? So when you stay very close to us, we show you how all those things work, and you'll be making the dollars very free and very simple, right? So from there now, the market will continue down. It's just a high retracement to cover the momentum it used to undergo this distance. That's what happens here. So as it has retest below our zone, so it will also continue. That is the expectation. So if you go to smaller time frame, you see it's a very massive move, right? So I think it's supposed to put one more spike so that this Ichimoku will come up. But as far as this blue one has come up, the market tend to move down, but it's expected